Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. A rather quiet day. I mentioned it already in my early Bitcoin update that it's likely going to be a quiet Saturday. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, the market is generally very interesting overall, even though I call it a quiet Saturday now because the week was very volatile and it was a very busy week. But yeah, probably a few months ago, I would have said, well, what a Saturday, because altcoins are still moving, right? That was different like half a year ago. So it's really good to see that. So we see ADA. We see ADA also move a little bit today, a little bit up after it dipped obviously a little bit deeper into this support area on Friday. Yeah, but the overall wave count remains unchanged. So the previous count that we discussed in the previous video, completely unaffected. However, I think we talked about possibly a triangle that dipped down, that wicked down or dipped down to the golden ratio level here at 69.9 cents. Basically just suggests that it's an ABC structure, a flat pattern in this B wave that unfolded. And we're ready for a C wave rally potentially. So we're going to take a look at that in a minute. For anybody who's new on the channel, we are tracking here on the 4-hour chart a 5-wave leading, or it's a diagonal pattern, you know, could also be an ending diagonal in a more bearish scenario, but a 5-wave pattern. We've been talking about this now, I think since November, and it's come together nicely. It's just obviously a little bit slow. So ideally at some point ADA finds its running shoes, but at the moment the idea is this is a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 5th wave is likely unfolding right now. We already can see 5 waves to the upside, so it's basically fulfilled already. Yeah, let's say minimum expectations here. Ideally, we see the 5th wave stretch a little bit higher though. And I've been talking about this sort of target range, 85 to 96 cents for a while. It's sort of just, you know, an area of focus. We possibly see the area tested. That would be ideal. I would have to change my perspective. If there's a break below 50 cents, that is a level. If that breaks, and it has certain implications on the Elliott wave count, then I would not expect anymore the 85 to 96 cent level to be tested, yeah, and visited. So that means, in other words, I expect a more pronounced 5-wave move to the upside, a more healthy 5th wave, after we already completed a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and yeah, we're likely in wave 5. Looking at the 1-hour chart, here you can see how the wave 5 subdivides. We have an A wave in 5 waves. We had a B wave pullback, and a C wave rally could be unfolding right now. Haven't necessarily adjusted it according to proportions because this A wave took a long time, and the B wave was rapid, and the C wave, yeah, I might have to shift it all to the right a little bit, but we always disregard the timelines. It takes as long as it takes. It's all about prices. Yeah, corrections can sometimes take a really long time, but I think at some point we should start the C wave to the upside. So what's the count? The idea is that in this C wave to the upside, after an A wave topped on the 4th of March, after a B wave bottomed on the 5th of March, that C wave could have started, and it's possibly an ending diagonal. And I'm looking at in this C wave obviously now a 3rd wave that's possibly unfolding. So we have a 1-2 setup, then the AB, and we could now start the C wave. We talked about targets in previous videos of the move here to the upside. The 3rd wave should reach ideally 84 cents to 91. Basically would land in the larger target projection area that we talked about. And if we zoom in a little bit, it appears that a B wave just dipped a little bit deeper into the support zone. That hasn't changed the count though. And this is obviously here an A wave in 3 waves, a high B wave, and or actually a WXY, it seems, in wave B. And as soon as we get a break above those last highs around 75.4, 75.5 cents, it would suggest the onset of wave C higher. And it would be a 5-wave move. The thing is, at the moment, this move up that occurred since yesterday is only 3 waves. So I have no evidence at the moment at all that the C wave to the upside has started. As long as the lower support, no, well, not lower, as long as the upper support area, because this is the lower support area here in yellow, As long as this upper support area is holding, I remain focused on this wave count. And we have support levels between 68.4 and 72.2 cents. So ideally, we're not breaking below 68.4 cents, because if that happens, I would have to reinterpret the wave count. A few other ideas that I have, possibly it could be that this is the 1, this is the 2. In that case, we can still allow it to come down a little bit lower, especially there is a lot of space down there. So that would be a fallback plan, okay? But still, though, it would then appear likely that we're testing the lower support region if that upper support level breaks. So 68.4 cents ideally holds, or I have to reinterpret the microstructure, but that would not change the overall expectation of a still unfolding fifth wave in this diagonal pattern that started in June last year. That's my update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.